Alright, what's good? I'm here. Just got a quick little COVID test result. I'm negative, thank God. So all this fatigue and sniffles, that's just me suffering normally. We switched microphones because my other one broke. Straight up dead. Gone. If I've ever. Yeah, my Octava MK012 that I was raving about. Yeah, after the stream on Monday, as soon as I turned it off, switched over to Discord, Discord murdered that microphone. So we're back to the RE20. Good thing I didn't sell it. Alright, let's see who's here. Maguli, hello, Henry, Volvo, Bog, Tofu, Miguel, Alvarado. Good morning, Maguli. Magul? It's past dinner here. Earl Ayo, who has a Q2 here? Who bought already? 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Tofu. 10 a.m. for Miguel. Q2 looks like TM680. I keep hearing about these TM boards. I'll play switches for FBTKO. I heard someone in the comment section on my YouTube channel said that aluminum plates are the worst, and they're the ones that sound hollow and stuff. So keep that in mind. I'm going to try to get a Palm and PC plate. If I can't get it from FB or KFA, I'll just get a carbon fiber or something made. My pigeons like bread. Is Q2 better than GMK Pro? Assuming both are modded. GMK Pro is irrelevant AF. Like, it's gone. That board is dead. Dead in the water. Never ever need it ever again. The Q1 made it a little. It's like, could we use the GMK Pro? At least it doesn't sound hollow. Now with the Q2, yeah, the GMK Pro is dead. Don't even bother. So this is how the stream's gonna go. For you youngins, look away. But we're gonna start this stream in a good mood, right? I'm gonna be very happy about the keychron Q2, and I'm gonna drink a beer. The deeper I get into this beer, the more sarcastic I'm gonna get about this pre-built, or this beginner board, affordable board, however you may call it. That usually happens. I get sarcastic when I loosen up a bit. So let's see if the review, or like my thoughts on it, because reviewers don't review. We just provide our thoughts. Changes as soon as I get to the bottom of this beer. Gas CJs and GMK Hammerhead. This beer came from Lazy Dog Restaurants. It's the Sun God Pilsner, a beer fit for the gods. I am a god. What? Oh, it's part of Beer Club. It's a monthly subscription. She's holding a gun up to my head. You can't see it off screen. It's a quarterly subscription. Chat, please save me. I'm gonna get killed if I don't say these. It's themed after Greek gods. Well, this one's themed after Greek gods. Lazy Dog Restaurant. LDbeerclub.com. Dude, I just got. Yo, normally companies pay for ad spot like that.
Excuse me, how much?
And I had to give it for free.
How much beer do you get a quarter?
I don't need all that beer.
Lazy Dog credit. There you go.
We gotta get a dog shot. Dog shot. Linear switch on brass. I mean, Ink's probably fine. Ink's in our pockets. So we almost had an opportunity to get a corgi for free from this military couple that had to get relocated, I guess. And we missed it by first come, first serve, because I ignored my text. That dog got picked up today. It was a 1-year-old corgi puppy. And Jax is no longer gonna have a brother. Are you sad? He absolutely does not care. He's falling asleep again. Jackson, why? We're working right now. Just fall asleep. Bing bong. Take it. Cause someone wrote it. I gotta read it. That's what streams are like. Have I seen the video? There's so many videos. The original isn't as funny as the remix. I saw one with the construction hat summer, whatever that is. That was funny. All right. Free roll win keyless. I wish I had win keyless. I got a standard. All right, yo. You don't care about the unboxing because I don't really. I think there was a USB cable in here, but it comes with a screwdriver. It comes with a hex key, this really oddly large switch puller, and a keycap puller. It's cool that everything's included, so you don't have to buy anything, because usually they're like $5 each and they got pay shipping or go through Amazon. That's the speed run of the keychron Q2. I don't really care about unboxings. All I care about is smoothness and the sound and the knock test. You know? But this is an open source customizable keyboard for peak productivity. Someone did ask how I use QMK and VIA, so we'll test that today too. Thank you for joining the subscriber family. There's a quick start guide. Yeah, I accidentally had this in Mac first, so I was tripping out because the Win key moved. Bakken Echo 65 or this, it depends, man. If you like the gasket like quieter sound, you're gonna want this. The Bakken Echo is gonna be loud. It's loud. What's up, Misfire? When will people learn to stop doing the tacky knobs? Dude, if people buy like this board, if you don't care about the knobs, it's not for you. But having a tacky knob in a package under $200 without having to wait for a 1 year plus GB like the SAS75, that's probably a good bet for people that just got in. Imagine you get into a hobby and you're like, oh, I really like that one board that has a little screen and the knob, and they're like, yeah, it's $1,000. And the people that got it, they waited 13 months for it. You're like, what the hell? What kind of operation are y'all running here? Yeah, they have an option about the knob. You can have a switch up there, which is a little odd because it is offset. So yeah, I haven't taken this apart yet. So we're gonna do that today, but hopefully you watched the video. This is the Keychron Q2. It has upgraded. Apparently there's a upgrade in this board called a force break, which is essentially a piece of tape shim between the top and bottom case. Apparently that reduces ping. Apparently one of the people that came up with it or figured it out was Keyboard. It's kind of a genius. Can you place it now with a badge? There's no badge on the Q2. There was a badge on the Q1 though. Let me get this light right here. Yeah, so you saw the video, but the top and bottom bezels are a little bit larger than usual because of the offset arrows, and you have the knob, so that pushes it up. The left and right side are kind of what I expect out of the bezel thickness, but you see it's squared off here to make that symmetrical. So placement wise, this is pretty good. The placement of the knob and the OLED on the SAS75 is kind of fugly, to be honest with you, but it has character. Q3 NK87EE. I don't know what the Q3 is gonna sound like, but I would personally take a Q2 over a plastic NK87EE, just because you want something heavy. Arizona tea, if so, out of 10, what would I give it? Dude, I used to drink the jugs. I loved Arizona tea. I don't know why I was so obsessed with it in like middle school. Yeah, we'll take it apart, Ty. We'll take it apart to see the foams. Before we get there, I want to showcase something. So this is a Keychron. We also got sent key mats. Let me see if I have the key mat command. I don't have the command. When the Bakken Echo come in stock, you gotta check out Canon Key's email newsletter. That's your best bet. It does look promising. I'm very curious if the force break mod is included in this, because I talked to Keyboard and his unit did not have it. And if that's all that's needed and you can get full sound out of it, that's gonna be pretty remarkable. So doing a key mat command. Here we go. We're gonna set this up because we're gonna show that off real quick. I had it for a while. This is the furry, also known as felt, and I forgot to show it off. I'm affiliated, so take that for what you will. Let's go ahead and show off these mats. Yeah, I had the hostile version. I don't think Arizona tea is any better than Coke though, Jacob. Like, is it less sugar? Because I know juice and soda are like the same thing. Sea Stock Savage? What was the Sea Stock actually? These are the felt mats. If you know Grove made, they kind of made this popular where you have ridiculous mats that probably are bad for sliding, but here we have a 65, 60. They're sending me less these days. Ops on the cable mod cables, I mean opinions actually, they're solid. 2/3 the calories, and Hey, any little bit helps. Any little bit helps. Candy keys is awesome and innovative. Why do you say that? And a 75 TKL. Since our board is a 65, we're gonna use that today. And I should, for one of the lucky viewers in the chat today, we'll be giving away one of the Amazon cables, the cable mod cables, because I got a lot. And you saw from that video. So let's pull this out. We're gonna double stack this, man. Cat inks feel too muted. Dude, cat inks even are loud on the Bakaneko too. Que, does your name ring a bell? Kinda? Que? Kind of? There's a lot of names I go through. So these edges are interesting. This feels lighter than the other one. The felt... J-Wigs and Bakaneko would be good. There's branding on this one though. So here's the keep map. Favorite linear switch would be inks. I personally have a Limo cable here from Cable Mod. I'll grab one of the boxes. 1 second. Here's a pretty good sample. So the ones they have on Amazon, they're kind of slowly rolling out products. The coiled cables with the aviator with either silver, but I think they're all colored.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
These are what they're selling for, I think 50, 40 bucks, something like that. And you can get it with 2-day shipping. Not all the colors are available, but I did check what was available. So I'll open this up real quick. I don't know if I have P foam here. I do have tape. I don't think we need the P foam or the tape. What we need to adjust is really that hollowness. Thanks, Quinn. What, Durock stabilizer side? It's a 6.25U, Chris. So if you look right here, this is a 7U. This is a 6.25U. What you can usually do is you can count. So you see 1 full key, 2 full, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 full keys, and there's like more than half here, and there's a little bit more. Is this? Yeah, this is 7U, right? 3. Yeah, there's 6 full keys, and then there's a little bit more to make 7. Whereas you look here, you count, you have 5 full keys and just a little bit more on the other side. So that's how you end up with 6.25U. Yeah, I don't know. The Q3 coming out before we can provide feedback on the Q2 is interesting. They're like bum rushing these, man. I can speak fluently. Biết nói mà không biết sao đọc. Mấy bạn mà trong YouTube chat hay Twitch chat nói viết ra, and they không đọc được. So I can read, but I cannot write. So when people write in Twitch chat, I'm just like, I don't know. So custom plastic molded packaging for these cables. And there's a little Velcro here. Q3 is a TK. So this looks to be a white Techflex and a white aviator and a white, looks like anodized bottom. And you look real close real quick. So this is the connector. It's pretty solid. Line it up, screw it in. My Viet name is Viet, it's really awkward. So there you go. Some of the earlier runs, the ring in here was not anodized, but some of them are clean like this. So look, now you got like a lime cream pie. So because of the cable I grabbed, this will be the one we're giving away today. We'll do the Nightbot in a second. Just hang out. Gadown KSA is pretty good. I'm using them in the FPT Go right here. Yeah, Cable Mod's production, like speed and quality is just unmatched. So having them provide more cables and hopefully having them be able to match GMK in the future is gonna be sick. Keyline pie. Oh, thanks, Quick. So let's drop this away. Is this it? Like this. Q3 knob location seems strange. Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of TKLs with knobs. So I'll put this aside. So I don't know what the standard is. So here's the keep mat. I do like it, but since my hands are dry because I never use lotion, it's like catching this. I don't think the felt is too distracting in which you'll catch on a lot of things. But this is a 65. Typically they're a little bit more oversized for the 65. You see that? This 65 is pretty large, but it still fits within here. With the 60, it's kind of tight because 60s don't really vary in terms of bezel thickness. So this is a keep mat. If you're interested in grabbing one with this mat, what you can do is pretty cool. I'm gonna show you a real quick one and put it back on because we're gonna do modding today. You don't need a full desk mat. Favorite key switches are inks. Every time, all the time. So I'm showing you my wood. Please respond. But what you can do is just put this here. And of course you have a small, maybe artisan mouse mat. If you're a elite FPS gamer, you put it on the right, on the side. Now you have a nice cool surface. It's different. I don't think the knobs can be switched with the badges because they would have offered it. Right from the jump when they launched the Q1, badges were available. That wasn't the case here. Thanks, Randall. This is a Lowe's Butcher Block countertop. I 100% should have stained it before I finished it off with top coat, but we don't live in regret, we live in the present. Alright. So, this right here is the board. I'll give you a quick sound test with this microphone to kind of set your expectations. Let's do one desk mat, let's not cheat. This right here is the Keychron Q2 with mauves lubed and filmed, steel plate, gasket mount, PCB foam, case foam. We have to stop speaking in absolutes, chat. It's not about what's better or worse, it's about what you want. The background echo might have a cleaner sound. I haven't gotten it in hand yet, but it doesn't have a knob. So if one of your requirements is a knob, you're gonna pick this, which is why we always talk about preference. This is where the sound was weird. The top sound a little bit tinnier.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Are you hearing buzzing? Let me know. My cabling has been adjusted. If it's still there, I have to put on my headphones and check. Alright, let me check it. Yeah, this is what happens when I had to change my mic real quick. Give me a second, chat. Let's see. That should be better. I'm just gonna leave it like that, because I don't really have the means to try to troubleshoot this live. The Bakken Echo 60 was hollow, yes. And I imagine the 65 will be a little bit as well. Yeah, the flex on the Q2 is pretty crazy. You can see right here. So look at me press down this knob. I don't know if you can see it on the screen because my preview is a little small. What's up, buddy? Stream quality isn't the greatest. I can't change that while I'm streaming. I'm having a rough week because my stuff is breaking. having a straight up microphone break is pretty damning. This is the cable that came with it. So if you're curious, it's not. Did the Q1 come with an aviator style? No, I'm not getting Iki R2. Zoom 65 versus Q2. Yeah, I'm supposed to be getting a zoom. You should use shelf liner or silicone 7A or tape mod. GMK Rudy. I don't think you need to mod the Freebird. Like, there's nothing technically wrong with it from the jump, so it's not one of those boards where you have to like do everything. Yeah, Q1 and Aviator, this is just a braided. And I hate that the cable has like this whatever thing. Maybe it's so it can provide more power, but it sucks. I hate plateless hot swap isn't very reliable unless your 2 extra pins on the side are thick enough to hold into the PCB. The Matrix Me I never got my hands on, so I don't really know. Polyfill to stuff? You don't need to stuff a board with polyfill. If a board is slightly hollow, some people sometimes do that, but it's gonna be up to your preference. I don't. That's not a board I've done really anything to because I used the silicone layer already. I still use inks, Macotino, for real. How to deal with so many questions, AD. I'm just good at it. I'm just good at it. Freebird versus Frog. I like the Freebird spacebar more than the Frog. Plateless gummy O-ring. You can't. I don't think you can. I haven't tried raids. I don't really care. John, I have not. Make your keyboards Alexa. I haven't, like, that's the one that's supposed to be hot swap plateless, right? I asked them to send me a unit and then they're like, we can't afford to. I was like, oh, all right. It would be good for someone like me to get my hands on it to test it, but at this point, there's not a lot of reviews of it. Like, sound tests don't really tell the whole story because a lot of people sound test a plateless KD67 Lite and they're like, oh, it sounds so good. Half plate O-ring? Yeah, you could. Polyfill alters the sound. Yeah, it's definitely a sound tuning thing. Almost sounds like PE foam. What? No way. Brian Hinton is trying to pull my attention with a bright $20 donation. Thank you. Looks like the top and bottom are easily separated. Wonder I'm painting both easily. Wait, what? What do you mean easily separated? It's screwed in by 8 screws. Can you whip a Naynab by any chance? I can't. I think there's a daughter board thing. Remember how there was a ribbon cable that was super scary? I think that is happening here too. Like, there's resistance from me pulling this up. You're welcome, Bodas. The bezels are big because of the offset arrows and the this. If you go back to the video, the Chimera has the same bezels. I could taste this. Oh, here's the USB-C. It gets funky. Like when I took apart the Q1, it was like this too. Because of their button and switch here, it's just super complicated. Do Mac users really need love like that? They can swap the keys in the software, man. Alright, so I think the top case, there you go. Oh, I whacked the other board. Okay, is there force break? Is this force break? This is force break. This board has force break. Chat, I learned about this like about 30 minutes ago. Force break is when there's like some kind of material here. The knob is cheaper. Some material here between or on either side of the screw hole so that it reduces case pain. I think that was a trick to make it different from the Q1 and actually make it improved. Because I'll be honest with you, when they said improved case foam, I'm like, case foam is case foam. Like this foam, this is not high quality case foam, dude. But what the hell's on the bottom? This is kind of wild what they put in here. What's up, Danny? Sun 68 had that too? Yeah, the Sun 68 had screw. When I saw it the first time, I was like, what the hell is this? It was a gaskets around the screw. Yeah, masking tape is a move for a Q1. Yeah, this is cheap foam. But it didn't sound like cheap foam. So to take this part off, I have to... Is this glued? I thought there was like a Nike swoosh down there. Thoughts on SP Star Meteor Whites or SP Stars in general? I love them. Gargles, have you read the description of the sound test where I use those switches? I rave about them at every chance. Okay, can this move through? If not, why? Okay, so if we look at the top right here, I think the knob is soldered in. So that knob is now removable. So if you wanted to switch there, you're gonna have to desolder. It's possible, but the knob itself is not hot spot. Cheapest Arisu would be like something from Switch Couture. Trying to push this through. Be very careful. So the right side cleared. I think clearance wise, I'm gonna have to take this out. That's my guess. What's up, Cobb? Alright. I hate that little daughter board piece. Yeah. So there's a button there, or there's a cap that holds this for the switch for Mac and whatever. That has to be put into place, slid in, and then screwed down. Because of that Mac compatibility, it makes it super complicated. Yeah, that's the button. Okay, it looks like it's reversible either way. It's fine. We'll leave that there. Let's take a look at everything else here. So instead of metal on metal contact, they put little mini condoms and everything. So if you see that, that looks like silicone. And that's what's locking into the top, is going through the plate. Let's see, let's look at this again. I've not tried Penu. So is that holding? Is this right? How do I get this on here? Okay. See what that's doing? Okay. That is an alignment pin for the plate. SP star meter wise me clacker than matcha latte. That's an alignment pin. It's not going through. It's not actually holding the case together. They're gonna do a full size? Holy crap. So they have gaskets around the screws, which is very similar to the Sun 68. You guys are right. There are thicker pieces here. We stream on YouTube on Wednesdays. I've tried Aqua Kings. R1 was bad. R2 apparently was fixed, but at this point I would rather get ice candies. Wait, is that all the gasketing? Wait, what? Wait, the gas? No, okay, I was tripping. The gasket's gone here. This gasket is very similar to the Q1. It's very similar to the way GMK Pro did it too. Are we gonna tape contacts? So I'm trying to think, like, what is necessary? What was the reason why that was hollow? I used the included foams in the Mr. Suit. You're also an ABG enthusiast? What the hell? I mean, that's what I do. I stream. You're welcome, Ronnie. Are there better gaskets to sell? You can get gaskets in KBD fans. So this foam is kind of booty, and it seems like there's a piece of plastic. Quite literally, almost like just for ESD. That's not doing any kind of sound dampening, and that's glued. Okay, that's what we have at the bottom. Let's go look at expectation versus reality. I want to see what their advertising was. Can you make this board really clacky? If you want really clacky, you don't want this board. Gaskets mute and make it lower.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Alright, what we got here? We have the keycaps and stuff too. I'll try that out. Welcome Australia. What's up, Dan? Upgraded sound absorbing foam. I would believe it's different in sound because it's so porous. I'm using a Freebird TKL Albert. But in terms of, I don't know how I feel about it being upgraded. And the other thing is there's no PCB. Wait, is there PCB? They don't show the PCB foam. How does it compare to the KB67 Lite? Use your ears! And one's plastic. What's my favorite foam? I would just start with no foam and see how you like it. That board, I needed to use more foam because the spacer sounded bad. And even though I stacked all the foam, the spacer sounded bad. So that wasn't going away. So in the picture, they didn't show that there's PCB foam used here. So this is already stacked to the gills with foam. Right? So what do we do to try to mod this? So the thing I can think of that does this fastest would be to tape the bottom. Right? I just need to grab my tape. I'll be right back. So with the tape mod, it's gonna round out the sound a little bit more. So whoever asked about clack, this is gonna make it opposite of that. Yeah, I think tape is the only thing I think of because I was thinking maybe do that force break thing, but it's already been done with the gaskets. Like you can see in every corner, you have like a little mini gasket here, a little mini gasket here, mini gaskets everywhere, so that where the metal meets metal on the case top and bottom, there's less vibration, I guess, which makes sense because hollowness sounds like a ringing. Being sandwiched together. I actually tightened it too when I did, when I was recording it the first time. I tightened everything to see if I could reduce the hollowness, and no. I played Valorant, but right now it's just Halo. I don't think I need to do a review on Gator and CJ. What do you want to know about it? It's clacky and it's smooth stock. That's literally a 2-second review of it. And if you ask me if it's my favorite Switch, I'm obviously not using it, so. I used the CS 1.6 Bunny Hop. Alright, so let's go ahead and just tape this. I'll do a single layer. I've seen the Block 67. That's like the super cheap board, right? How smooth is the encoder motion? I can answer that. So whoever said the knob is cheap, it definitely is. It doesn't even require a screw. It's much lighter. It's a clicky. No, I don't like 40% because I need my punctuation to talk smack to people on Discord. Number one reason why you can't use the 40%. It doesn't have the same amount of impact if you can't throw in those punctuations and still respond to them faster than they can respond back. Real talk, real talk. We're just using lubed and filmed mobs in the Q2. Yeah, you can definitely put a custom knob. If I get bored, I'll throw on my SAT75 knob. Mechanical switch calculator. Wait, like for school, for work, for what? Top 3 J2Ks? I don't know. There's no really top 3 because they've made every like version of it so that whatever your preference is, you can buy one. Like people used to do Franken switches a lot where they would use a cream stem and like mix it into an alpaca or a tangerine switch, which ends up costing you 2 switches. But now you can just buy it as it is and get long poles. Like I reviewed a few of them on the channel. Those are not the only ones. I use inks, and inks. So if I had to pick 3, I would say matcha latte, SP Star Meteor Whites, and inks. Ink V1, V2. I would say get V2 now. There's no reason to get V1 anymore. I need skizzers. Are my skizzers nearby? Here, I'll just tear it off like a monster. Tape mod does not reduce flex. Nah, because if you look at it right here, the PCB does not have flex cuts, right? So the PCB is not doing the deflection. The plate, as far as I can tell, didn't have flex cuts either. So the flex you feel is actually the compression of these gaskets. So this is just pressing in. So that is not going to be affected by the tape. So you'll be fine in that regard. This is a keep mat and this is an RFP mat. If you haven't read the joke I have for the RFP mat on my YouTube video descriptions, I'm sad. Who's going to be the first person in the chat that can say what my description says about my mat? Now these are mobs. I've never tried force break, but it's already it's already done in this. Y'all don't know the joke? God, no one reads my descriptions, bro. Latency doesn't matter, guys. Latency does not matter for keyboards. It may matter for your mouse because it registers more movement. But in terms of your keyboard, you'll be fine. Unless you're maybe like the top level Osu player, I wouldn't worry about it. Why is there a buzzing? It's my cabling, dude. I don't know how to fix it. No one reads my freaking description? Oh my god. Okay, after I put the tape, I'll try to fix the mic again. If it's not the Razer 8K polling rate, I won't use the board. Oh my god. Y'all were ridiculous. Wireless version of the Q series? Dude, wireless and aluminum is very difficult to do correctly. I'm gonna tell you that. It's just how it is. Okay. Let's try to see. Just move stuff around. Is that it? Can you still hear me? Did I disconnect it? Whoa, there's like no sound. Wow, we fixed it. PCB play with flex cuts on a gummy O-ring. That's too much flex. You'll bottom out. You'll 100% bottom out. And bottoming out means you'll short your board, and that's no good. Absolutely no good. Why is it difficult? Bluetooth signals, metal. Remember how? Okay, on iPhones, you remember how they had those bands, and if the bands were in the wrong place, they wouldn't send out freaking cell signal. It's like that. God, this is so dirty. These bands are letting it through signal through. It's like that. Ninja, you check Twitch again. Buzzing is still definitely there. What the? Hold on. I just checked it. I'm literally listening to it. Or maybe I disconnected. Oh, did I disconnect it? I think I disconnected. Alright. Wait. Can you hear me? I don't hear buzz. Are y'all messing with me? It's real bad? Wait, why is my thing not working? Hold on. So my headphones are working. My check? But my check? Dude, the buzzing is so slight. That's slight. Come on now. That's so slight. It's like a cicada in the Beatles. Brian said, "Thank you for patiently answering all of our questions. Great to see disassembly." I'm trying my best, and I probably ignored 5 or 20 questions while I figure out my mic. Thank you. I appreciate being noticed for my efforts. That's all you want to know, right? Just to see like what the internals are. It's the light. Stop when I turn. All right. Now this is how we're gonna stream. But what's cool is I can push this a little bit. All right. Look at how crunchy that is. I need a black light? No, I don't want a black light at my desk. JPEG stream. Alright, we'll mess around with this for a little bit while I get the tape on. I can still see. Use candles? Dude, candles will make me sweat even more than I already do. Acoustic tape for the tape mod? No, I haven't. I am buying the tire weights or whatever that keyboard uses. I'm gonna try that. Nah, just turn on light. Nah, y'all complained, so I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this for the whole time. Glow in the dark SP star though, yeah. Yeah, I bought the kill mat. It was freaking 80. It was like $40. Use the giant fireball in the sky. Yeah, unfortunately, the fireball has gone to sleep. Nah, I don't know the pulling rate, bro. Do you want me to go stream some Halo and see if I get bodied? If I get bodied, the polling rate must be low because I'm honestly the best gamer. F2 84 is pretty lit. I was calling it F2 86, 87 for the entire day. Alright, I'm gonna turn the light back on. Okay, let's see. Oh god! I just flashbanged you. Everyone does have better sound, but like F2 is just more refined. But they like refined it so much that you kind of took away the character of it, in my opinion. So it's Sag. Excuse me. 2 to 3. Okay, if it's a, what am I supposed to do with the light? Oh. Honestly. Light candles perform an exorcism? Dude, everyone's trying to wait for it to see if the tape will fix it. And the people... and some people in the chat are like, I cannot listen to this stream because of the 2 decibels of buzz. The buzz is very slight and I'm noise gated. If I just don't talk, you don't hear anything. I do recommend the KBD67 light, but some people think it's cheap because it feels very light. And if you think that way, I can't do anything to change it. You're entitled to your opinion, and it's honestly pretty valid. We'll go slowly. If we absolutely have to silicone pour, I will. But I also don't like staining my mats. It happens too frequently. When I did the silicone pour in that cheap EU cell whatever, I ruined a mat. It's not a great feeling. Yeah, it's only when I talk because that's how noise gates work. Yeah, just stop talking, dude. Also, one other thing I can do. Here. The buzzing should be lower now. I just have to eat my mic. Well, the board sounds a little hollow. That's all we're gonna look at. 40% gang best gang? Y'all crazy, right? Yes, it's fixed. Thank you. Thank you for complaining the entire time. What's that song? It was on the top. So for the audio nerds, the gain was too high, so it was really exacerbating, not masturbating, exacerbating the issue, which is the fact that electronics make noise, like digital noise, and the electronic being this big ass light right here, really messing with my sensitive dynamic microphone. Why would you bring a custom keyboard to school? Please tell me why. Dolphins or Boba U4 Silent? Boba U4 Silent is pretty solid, but I don't know. I don't like silent switches. 60s. Stand by. You have keyboard club at school? Okay. Speaking of grubby hands, I brought my unicorn to that meetup that I co-hosted with Big Euro. I got so much patina on the brass weight because everyone kept touching it. I don't know why. Everyone kept picking up my unicorn. It's fine though. It's not fine. I took down all their names. I'm not gonna visit them one day. Just kidding. If you care about that kind of thing, don't bring your keyboard public. Shoot, I was supposed to get this underneath. Gotta unscrew. This is one of my least favorite things about the Q1 and the Q2. Bringing a key code to school? No, you don't do that. If you are young enough to be described as a kid and you bring a key code to somewhere public, more likely than not, you'll accidentally tell them how much it's cost and you will get your ass beat. Okay? For your safety, if you're young enough to not know when to not say how much something costs, don't. Please don't. I don't want someone to get hurt and jumped. Where's a tilde in this kind of layout? It's not there. You usually you layer it underneath the escape. Imagine this over the Tofu 65. Okay, if you want a simpler looking board that you can modify and it'll sound better, then I would say go with the Tofu 65. If you want flex and knob, go with this. In that order. Got jump for my key. Dude, I got jump for my Pokemon cards when I was younger. Ironically, it was at church, the place of Jeebus Christ, and the pastor's kids. They jumped me and took my cards. I really hate the world. Okay, this is really hard to put together. You can have knob to tilde press, or tilde to knob press. Then what would you do for a mute? What a story. Yeah, it's a story I tell all the time because it doesn't sound real. It definitely is because I lost my Pokemon cards, my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, dude. Made the mistake of bringing Dark Magician to church. Fuck church. Downside of Q2 so far, there's a little bit of distracting hollowness, but I feel like for the person that would be wanting this kind of board, it's just solid, considering how much of an improvement we've had since the Q1. Cameron, I don't think you can go wrong with any of those. How much for a Kiko aftermarket though? I don't know. The price is, it fluctuates. Freebird to go Keychron Q3. I don't know what the Keychron Q3 is gonna look or sound like. If you want me to look at that board, what you do is you go into the Keychron server and you say, can you send Andy a Key 3? And then if enough people said that, and then I go DM them and they're like, oh yeah, sure, we'll do it. Q1 with knob or Q2 with a knob? Well, the Q2 okay. The Q2 has this. This is called the force break, right? If you do this mod to the Q1, it's going to sound pretty full. But this is already done here. So it depends on how tolerable you are to do your own like modding. If that doesn't bother you to do it yourself, yeah, go with the Q1. Veilfire, is a Q2 fit with Alstyles and Stabies? We can check Stabies. Veilfire. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I need to swap the spacebar. Thank you for the $3 Australia. I don't know what that is, but thank you. We'll be doing that. Thanks for reminding me actually. I've never tried the TM680. Is that on Taobao? I don't buy things from China. Not that I'm racist, I just hate waiting. Impatient. Also, the first thing I bought in the hobby was Everglide stabilizers from China, and it took me like 8 weeks, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. Why do I don't buy things from China because of the delay. I'm not racist, okay? People always think I'm racist for some reason. I don't say racist things. I just talk about myself. By the way, I learned a day before my wedding that I'm half Chinese. I thought I was a quarter. So I'm like 50%. I thought my mom was half Chinese all this time. She's like, oh yeah, I'm actually full.
Thank you
like,
for joining the subscriber
Asian
family.
parents need to talk to their kids more, god damn it. I feel like this should have come up in conversation, but it never did.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Yeah, my last name is Nguyen, so I was like, I'm probably full of it. And then they're like, oh, you're part Chinese. Like, oh, I must be a quarter. Then I went through a lot of my life, over 20 years, thinking I am 3/4 Viet and 1/4 Chinese. Do the Asian accent? For a $5 dono, I will. Yeah, my dad's Viet. Full Viet. We Chinese have a way of telling if someone is... Can I even say that? Albert, whatever you're saying, if I say that, will I get canceled? I don't know what's happening on the internet anymore. Oh, so we're opposite, Vic. Acrylic's deeper. My parents never told me they were my real parents. What did they tell you? Did you just say you're adopted your entire life? That's messed up. The rules are fuzzy these days. I know. I know. You got the Q1 because you don't like the GMK Pro? Yeah, the GMK Pro can sugma. Remember I built in the screw snapped? That's not okay. It's not okay for a screw to snap inside a case on the first build. From someone that's experienced in building. I'm not saying I'm the most professional builder, but I know how to stick a screwdriver into a screw and then pull it out. I can pull it out in a straight line. So far we just did tape to it. Alright. Let's just listen to this real quick. It's still loud. We're gonna swap the stab, but I like aluminum for everything. Yeah, these are mauve, so they're not the deepest switch.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
The spacebar is stupid loud. It's screaming.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Now the Freebird just sounds like shit.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
This is the Q2. Sorry, thank you. Alright, keychron, why would you send me Gatorade Blues? Just no. But we also have the PPT keycaps we'll throw on real quick. Oh, they gave me different colors? Okay, I have a bunch of these. The top is the free particulator. I have like 6 of the boxes of another palm rest. Cool. So I do have the keycaps, but let me grab a spacebar with foam. I have a space right here with foam in it. Well, we're gonna have to mod it with foam. And then we'll do the stabs. feel like white is a color I usually see on nicer boards. The Freebird with gummy O-ring just has more hollowness, but people said it was due to the aluminum plate. I don't know what that means, but that's what they said. So I'm gonna try to get a different plate. At least the black is black, right? I don't think a lot of boards need a specific switch. You just pick whatever switch you like, and it'll sound like whatever it sounds like in the board that you have. For the most part, I don't really need to pick a switch for a board. When it's a cheap board, tape on it. If it's like a unicorn, I wouldn't tape on it. Suggest a secure plate option. There's no plate, like right, they gave me a proto, so I don't know where I can get a plate. I prefer linears technically, but I type more accurately on tactiles. Sun 60 is good. It's very gasky. It just sounds a lot similar. Sounds very similar to a Vega. If that's good for you or not. I like the light bar better because the Vega is very plain Jane looking. You want a numpad? I never use a numpad. Tempest modded switches? No, I'm. What do you mean, tape every single switch? Hell no. Crazy, bruh. Hey Ninja, have a good night. Thank you so much. I swear, you're always gonna be the one showing off the Twitch. No, I don't use a notepad. Andy, the typist, knows numero. I don't know if I... Best stabilizers? People are leaning toward TX stabilizers these days, but I think Durock with the Holy Mod still the old reliable. What am I using for spacebar? Whatever came with the board. It's their proprietary one. This is how I cut a strip to do a easy mod of the spacebar. I gotta get that to stick on, right? So I cut a strip the width of the spacebar, and then I cut it to length so that the stab doesn't interfere with the foam. And then there's a bar right here. I want to line up with that bar. So I fold it in half and use something sharper like a flush cutter. I cut. Now, when I put this on, I can press down. You can see that bar. See it right there? Now I can put some tape over that. I typically use electrical tape, but it does leave residue, so it's not the greatest. I don't like loud spacebar when it distracts from the rest of the board. The rest of this board is very quiet. Bakaneko 60 is not always out of stock. They drop, like they drop new stock. You just have to be there when it drops. Sign up for the CK email newsletter so you don't miss it. Oh my god, I can't cut this. I use that. I was like, that's pretty fun. It's a very large board though, so I don't love it. It's fun to swap to once in a while. Silicone pore spacebar. That sounds like such a mess. You could, if you really wanted to. So now you take the spacebar, right? ahead and just put that tape on there. Looks a little rough. Let's slide it over if I can. And make sure it clears the stab on that side. Center it. That'll work. So I need to cut another piece for this length. What's wrong with cutting and looking at the chat? I saw
Thank
it
you
while
for
looking at
joining the
chat.
subscriber
That's even
family.
scarier. It looks hella scuffed. But I don't have to buy something expensive. I made up this mod by myself because I was like, I want to put something underneath. I originally thought Sorbathin would fit, but it doesn't, or it doesn't stick. So it sucks. It's like tacky, but it doesn't actually hold. It'll fall down. It's 65. 65%. Q1 is a 75. Q3 is going to be 80%, also known as DQ. So now, just get it open. It's hugging over here too much. Let's throw some tape down. You just put tape on it and it actually sounds nearly perfect. Because it already has the force break mod, which is what people have been doing to the Q1. Yeah, tape mod. Do you know what tape mod is? There you go. Let me put away these sharp things. Use OBS. Also, the other thing is I lowered the bitrate of my stream because I no longer have fiber. Fiber, I had 1,000 up. I only have 30 up now. Oh, shelf liner, yeah. This is Home Depot. Did I hold you out? No, I just use these stabilizer stock. And the other question would be if the stab was under lubed. I plugged the butt too. It didn't change the sound. 100 is nuts. So, we've done all that. The last test is to throw in a screw and stabilizer that's an upgrade to see if maybe it's just a stabilizer that's messed up. They didn't send me custom plates, this is all you get. Yeah, I lean more towards clapping these days too. Better is subjective, but it's interesting they use steel plate instead of aluminum. Tape mod was the minimum to fill out the sound. How does it sound, chat? Aftermarket plates are compatible? Nope. Don't think so. Unless they release files, but no. PC is better than brass and aluminum? Arguable. Brass? I think brass is the worst plate. Sounds like a gasket board? Yeah. Gasket board for what? 159? Brass for the clacks? Yeah, alpaca on brass is something kind of special, but it's because alpacas drive. I mean, there's a plate material for everybody. Someone's gonna love it. Now I know polypropylene and PETG, I don't think they really stuck around. I enjoy clack, but like an MX black on aluminum in a top mount, it was actually a little bit too distracting for me. It was sharp and like bothered my ears. Nope, I've never seen wood plates. Oh, I didn't know a green door geeks to Q1 palm plates. Okay. I gotta do this again. Get this part. I typically think PC plates are fun. I haven't dailied one in a while because none of the boards I use have it. So it is what it is. GMMK Pro who? They're dead, bro. They're gone forever. See them in the afterlife. Okay. As far as I know, this does not have standoffs. Let me see. Did it have standoffs? A peek under here. I don't see standoffs. So I should be able to split it. But to split, you need to take off stab keys. GMK Pro is better than keychron for sure. Bill, that's a cap, dude. You can get whatever you like. But sound-wise, the Q2 is leading in the pack between Q1, GMK Pro, and this board. Can you go playlist? No, it depends on the Ren. It depends on how tight the switches fit into the PCB. Is this gonna split? I feel like there's standoffs in here, so I'm not gonna break this. It definitely should have come off a little easier. I'm doing well, but yeah. If I like really want a game, I'll pull out my unicorn. I do actually open it like that if it works. But I built hundreds of keyboards, so I know when something will work and something won't. You can take a look at it. I'm curious as to why it's not letting go, because normally the thing that's going to stop it will be standoffs. I have tried Nomax out because I built into them on Monday. Full size? Didn't they say the Q6 was full size? 159 without keycaps and switches. I use my unicorn the most, but this year I've been just trying different things, so I've been using the Hex 4B as well as the Freebird TKL. And these GMK keycaps of mine are very old, so they come off really easily now, unfortunately. The stock stabs on here are fine. The spacebar's just loud, but is lewd fine. CNC machine keep? Exactly. Exactly. Alright, see, there's no standoff, so why is it not splitting? Oh, the spacebar. I left the spacebar on. So now it should legit split. Alright. No. What? What is holding this down? Don't tell me the... Wait. Yeah, the knob? The hell? It's not giving, so... Oh my god, I'm gonna break my nail. It won't split. Look, chat, look at it. What would be holding the plate down? Other than the fact that I taped all the switches. Alright. Nah, I sell my players. I sell things as soon as I like make my content on them. Pretty sure they're standoffs. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So all these things are like standoffs that screw only from the back. So that means we gotta take off our tape. That's a bitch. Alright, I could just take off the standoffs. Let's do that. Let's just yeet the standoffs and then split it. So people freak out. I've heard amazing things about Zaku switches, but my server is like, dude, you don't need them. Yeah, so that's a standoff. It's the same color as the other one, so check me out. So what I'm gonna do is just take this out. It may just be machined in there. So remember how I said that the plate doesn't have flex cuts and the PCB doesn't have flex cuts, and whatever flex you feel is just gonna be the pushing in. Unfortunately, with these standoffs, this is gonna have the same kind of a stiffness in the middle as the GMK Pro. I tried Gyno CJs. I love inks. Wait, this is a stab. I'm gonna keep that there. But the interesting thing, so this is standoff, so it's gonna feel the same stiffness as a tray mount. The thing about the GMK Pro is it's standoffs wrapping all the way around the edge, so that really tightens it up. They're consistent, Kelvin. All right, will you give it to me now? Oh yeah, that's what's up. Wait, it's fighting again. Do we miss a standoff? Backspace, enter, spacebar, shift. That's how ink switch is deeper. People freak out when I do this stuff. Look, you just saw that shit live and I was reading chat. Come on. You're gonna break your keyboard. The hell's that is gonna make? Oh my god! Oh my god! That's what the comments sound like to me. Carbon fireplate, Mr. Sue. Dude, carbon fireplate has been pretty cool for me. I think I have a dusty ass fully modded 6.25U here. Of course, don't try that at home if you're scared. If it looks scary, you just don't do it. And the other thing is if your switch is tight. So if you're able to successfully do, well, if you have a switch that can successfully do plateless hotspot, chances are the switch is very tight in the PCB. It's gonna grip the PCB and it's not gonna want to let go. So don't do that, because I've done that with like a Boba U4T. That's really hugging and it's not gonna let you do that. But a JWK is pretty loosey-goosey. What's the orientation of it? Would I recommend this as first board? Yeah. If you listen to my video, at the end of it, I described what this would be for. And when I describe it for like friends and like if you're an enthusiast, this will be for your friends. That means if you're a beginner, it can be for yourself. I'm very curious if the reason this was loud was because of the standoffs just making it very stiff. Sorry. How much is it to ship to NZ? Quispy. There's 75% hot swap. There's not a lot. I mean, the Q1, but the Q1 isn't the best. Wait for the revision in the Q1 because they're supposed to revise it to have the Q2 upgrades. How does it stack up to the K67 with the light? Dude, at the end of the day, they both can sound very good, but this has a knob and the other one's plastic. If you're talking about the Mark II, the Mark II is kind of dead too. 75% Akko Mod 007. I was supposed to get that to review, but that's using north-facing LED switches, which means you can't use cherry profile keycaps without interference. That's a no-go for me. I say no to that every single day. Alright, so this is where it gets a little hairy, right? When you put this back, it may be a little scary, but I'm not a rapper. I didn't mean to do that, but if we use our brain, right? We've used our brain real quick. If we were to pull out of the PCB, that means the KO hot swap straightened out all these pins. So if we put it back, it should technically slide right back in, unless you split it in a very weird angle. So you're gonna see this live because I don't cap. I mean, that video is a little bit facetious, but at the same time, I go through boards so frequently that I have to do things like this to get it done quickly. So if you look at all the center pins, they're lined up. I start pushing them in. just slowly to make sure they like come in themselves. I'm not forcing anything. If I feel resistance, I will pull it out. And because this is so easy to pull out, I feel like it's not coming in. It's not really going in the sockets. So what is stopping it? It feels like something's fighting. Yeah, putting it in with a flexible plate, you definitely want to do the plate first. I think it's working. Just do a quick little check with a USB cable. I haven't actually plugged this in the entire time. Oh. Grand Teddy, why would you ask a stupid question like that? That's like asking, would you rather have $100 for the rest of your life or have $1,000 or $1 million? You have one chance for me to read your question and that's what you choose. Come on, man. So it looks like the switches are inserted properly. Oh, except R. R is bent. Risky. Oh, it's not. There's nothing in there. So if we take out the R, let's see. Only mod needed for SXT for LLab. Is that switch just not inserted? Ah, we good. The switch just wasn't pressing all the way. Holy mod needed for SXT for LLab. Holy mod you don't need for Stabies, but for LLab maybe. Someone's gonna try this at home and they'll be like, Andy did this and I followed him and it broke my keyboard. So it almost feels like the stand-ups are needed because the plate is pulling the switches away from the PCB a little bit. It's weird. And these are not inserted at all. So what I'm gonna do is take these out because there's a gap down here. So it feels like the pins are fighting. You don't want to force that in, especially if you're trying to do a shortcut like this. I don't think you can go wrong with either the Q2 or the back and echo. The other thing is like going over styles. Plates usually fight though. It's not staying. Oh my lord. I might have to pull. I think I still have to pull back. Why don't those switches work? They didn't force anything. Are they like mapped to something weird? I have to do the standoffs because it's just not. The plate is pulling away. Let it in. So the plate is pulling away. So the switches aren't gonna sit unless it gets screwed down. If you do Epsilon mod with only the top part, it's literally a holy mod. Okay, these switches just aren't going in. Why is that? So the nice thing about the standoffs is that it's one piece and it's in the plate itself, so you don't have to worry about a little tube falling out, which is what I dealt with my first board, the KB67F2. There's nothing wrong with the KB67 Lite. What's up, Pickle? Foam is too thick? I don't think it's a foam. No, it's a plate. You can see there's a gap. There's a light gap right here. Dude, plates warp. plate is warped and it was held down
Thank
by
you
the...
for joining the subscriber family.
No, it's not the foam, it's the plate. So let me make sure the plate clears.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
Is that better? I felt a little click. Maybe that
Thank you for joining the subscriber
Oh
family.
shit, actually this pin was hella bent. So that was one of the things we just lost. Lost a brave soldier, we bent one pin.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
I said it's risky, but I'm too much of a busy man to go all the way through. It's fine. Couldn't even see that. I'm so blind now. It's a Freebird TKL that I reviewed on the channel. I haven't had a TKL in a while that didn't have a bad spacebar, so that's why I use it. Is that why this was separate? Let's see. Okay, that feels good. Okay, this is not bent. Feels good. Let's check. Oh, oof. There's a nice little candy cane here. Oh, see that? Best in-stock keycaps. Dude, the PBT Taro is not bad. I don't like it, but it's not bad. Because I have GMK already. It wasn't nice enough for me to yeet my GMK Taro, but for someone new, the legending is pretty solid, pretty crisp. It's not bad. Yeah, I spring stop all my switches. What happened to control? So
Thank
this
you
is
for
supposed to have
joining the
VIA.
subscriber family.
Polling rate
Thank
doesn't
you for
matter.
joining the
please.
subscriber family.
PBT Taro's out of stock? Really? They actually finally sold out? What the hell? So these two keys don't work. And there's nothing wrong with the pad. Might be a dead socket. To be fair, I barely did sound test with this, with the cables connected, because I didn't stream it, so there's no point in me doing a typing test. Whatever. Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be MO2. Yeah, it might be different layering. Where's the paper? You can do whatever you want. You can take out the... Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Oh, I thought I broke it. Imagine if I did that thing and I broke it. Yeah, it's F2 and F3. You can do whatever you want, F1 and F2. I don't want to test it without plate foam right now because I just went through all that effort of sandwiching it. Should have asked earlier. Yeah, I checked. I tweezed it, but I don't have a test matrix because it's not in VIA right now. Okay. Avoid it. What's up, Minimalistic? Hey, Minimalistic, can you ship me one of the tables that I know you get? I need a standing desk. Actually, can you just link me up with a company that will let me review a desk without them having to look at the video before it goes live? One of the companies reached out to me. I was like, they said, "Oh, we want to share the good message of our stand-up desks." And I was like, "Cool, I'm interested." And they're like, "We want to send you one desk, and we want to tell you what to write and say, and we want to review before it goes live." I'm like, I can't do 2 and 3. And then they never responded to me again. I was like, you suck ass. All right. It was the one Bad Seat Tech did, and it was actually really bad. I forgot what that name was. Let's see. I'll look up desk. Flexi Spot. Yeah, Flexi Spot can suck, man. flexi spot. Don't trust flexi spot. Okay. How you doing, Minimalistic? I do want a desk though. I want to like swap out this 8-foot butcher block. My wood looks great, but I would like to have some adjustability. This is my daily driver right now. Free particle. I tweeted it. I used the free particle and the hex 4B. That's like Nvidia giving talking points to review their GPUs. To be fair, like talking points kind of. Like what you want me to look at, sure. But that on top of seeing my unlisted video before it goes live, Sugma. These are low density foam, they're squishable. I don't know. They're squishable poron. I don't know what else to tell you. Can I get in there? So what we did is we put this together without using the standoffs. To be fair, they're still holding the plate up. I may or may not have just been lazy. Are CP ever restocking? They have to fulfill the GB first. Yeah, people have said a lot of good things about the D65 gaskets. Recommend switches or CF plate? I don't know, I use inks and they're fun. But then I use them in a gummy O-ring mount board. I feel like I screwed this up somehow. It's not lining flush. I tried the GMK spacebar and it was poppy. What is stopping this? Oh, there's a little pin. There's a little guide pin down here. Yeah, as you can see, chat, this is very finicky. And it's as annoying as it looks. Oh, there you go. We cleared the pin. There's a little pin right there. Thanks, Dolphin. I'm having a pretty good day today, although I do need sleep. I was up till 1 a.m. yesterday to get that video live. And then I messed up the release time. Like the only reason I was able to even upload it at that time or publish was because I saw a Batsy text video. I was like, oh, it was 9 a.m. ET. Later, MW. Thank you. Have a good night. Or a good day. I forgot if you wanted the morning people right now or the night people. We as a community need to stop putting up boards up against each other. But I am getting the Bakaneko in. So we'll find out. So the only thing I changed this time was I unscrewed the standoffs, which makes no difference. But I did change to the Durock V2 stabilizer that's been wholly modded. We'll see if that makes the spacebar less loud. Lube your CJs to finish your video. Lube your CJs. Right now I'm making videos, there's barely any views and there's barely any money. You can hold off on videos. I got the black one because I woke up late and I forgot about it. And it was only one with the zinc weight left. And I could do a silicone pour for my own silicone weight. Yeah, Rodolfo. I hate it too. At least it's not using a ribbon cable. I feel like the Q1 was a Q. Yeah, the Q1 is the JST also. Ribbon cables are the worst because if you break it and it's so easy to break, it's just gone. Yeah, it definitely makes it harder. Like I have to, and the way you put it back too, you have to get it in place, but then get the PCB underneath and then hold it and then screw in the daughter board and then like work with the top case. It's too much, man. It's too much. Q1 is ribbon? No wonder. Yeah, they need to make that JSC. No ribbon cables, please. Alstab can probably benefit from Holy. Because Alstab's can be bent too. BG Music is giving me the bedroom talk from Higadanism? What? I have Vietnamese just. What does that mean, Celeb? If there's not enough space, you gotta use it as it is. But I think that's the case. KD67 is a plastic case though. Okay. The only thing we need to know right now is this. I'll put the whole thing together, but it was the stab. It was literally the stab. Cobb, shut up. The Keychron Q2 stabilizer was specifically loud. That's freaking weird. Here, I'll bring it down closer. These are mobs. Yeah. When we had the green Q2 stabilizer, it was freaking loud. Yeah, there's an alu case upgrade for the KD67, but run the numbers. 120 for the light plus like a $200 case. This is half the price. Come on now. I mean, it's a lube stab. It's not a stock stab. Yeah, Cobb's trolling. He's very familiar with the Wind Dynasty. It's a holy modded 25G0 stab. Here's the final form, chat. All the mods we needed to do. I do recommend TX stabs. Q2 stabs aren't bad. It's just spacebar for some reason was louder, and it was the case for the other reviewers I know as well. Of course, this is a great entry level preview. That's what my video said, didn't it? Did I not communicate that well in my video? Did I do a bad job of explaining? No, I haven't tried the Milky Way keycaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't seen good caps out of IFK. I just put tape, bro. Tape and I swapped the stab. It's a very short stream. Yeah, it's weird. Only the spacebar. We have been noticing this. Like, people are saying stabies are deeper than other stabilizers. F2 was more muted than the F1. But you can watch the VOD. You have a video on modding my keychron V2. I can cut this up. But that'll be coming for people who can't come to this YouTube stream. But I have a lot of like sponsor stuff I had to do. There's like 2 videos that I do that have like GBs ending next week or 2 that have to get done, and then after that will be the modding video. Are you and a bunch of other creators doing a challenge to see who can mod the keychron the best or something? Because the usual group of keyboard creators are all modding it today for some reason. No, we're not doing a contest. But that is a good idea, and that video idea may come out soon. But for this one, most of us are just kind of doing it because it's something the community wants to see. And the embargo lifted today, so I think the other YouTubers may have already done the modding. I just didn't have time. I like recorded this video yesterday. Most secure plate option for tactiles and FPTO. I don't know what that means. What do you mean secure? Thank you. My T, yeah. TY, right? That's my response to you for helping me figure that out. TY. God damn, my dad jokes are growing in strength, power, and therefore the T. Dude, this is solid. And I didn't have to spend 2.5 days modding it. You put lavenders and whatever you want. This is GMK Rudy. Sounds not bad. That is exactly how I feel. Not bad. I used MX Master 2. I really like that one for work. This has a steel plate. I don't know why. Yeah, we didn't like it's fun to mod stuff, but sometimes like imagine if you got a Q1 for your friend and you're like, it sounds kind of hollow, and you have to go do all the modding for them. Like, nah. What would happen if you were to apply PE foam? It would bring out that marble sound. That's a very clear, like, PE foam never surprises people. It just kind of makes it that sound. If you really want to, you can. But I'd rather hear more of the switch sound than PE foam sound. Ken Ramos says, if you had to pick one, Profit, OP Blacks, Lavenders, or Creams, I think Creams would be the best because it's a louder switch. The Profit's a very quiet board. That's actually a legitimate question. I thought you were going to troll me with some BS, but that was good. I'll accept that. 1 second. So now I'm going to troll you guys, chat. I'm going to troll you heavy. We are going to see if a Rama knob fits on this. We're talking about the mouse, Cataclysm. The MW65 is a very problematic board. Will this grind? Oh, it might work. It might work. Fuck it. So here's the modded keychron Q2. I do both. WV, 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 WV. Twitch has a better environment and vibe. YouTube is less of a dumpster fire. You gotta have a bigger knob. This is small. This is you, and this is who your girlfriend said don't worry about. This cable is from Cable Mod. Here, there's a Cable Mod Limo cable. Volume knob is from Rama. I have a Satisfaction 75 keyboard. So let's just bring this down, let you listen to it.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
It does feel like the tape inhibited flex a bit. Something's taking up the space. No, it's not. It's fine. MOS switches, which are just JWK switches. I can show you QMK and VIA. There is such F4 plate. Just a PC top nylon bottom JWK. I feel like my boards aren't displaying on VIA. Is that the SM? Yeah, decent flex. Flex exterior, it's not flex from the plate though. One when the Rama knob is probably worth more than Keep Aftermarket. I don't know, maybe. There's more more knobs now than before. I feel like my VIA is broken because it's not even detecting my FPTKL. You can get a RGB PCB, but it's gonna be underglow. I think the Heine PCBs are only underglow. So let's connect this to this. Freebird or Bakaneko. Maybe try running as admin. I've never had that problem before. Yeah, it's not picking up this one, but I know it's not. My computer might be broke. It might need a restart. Let me grab one more. Is there a key map? So I want to show you how QMK and VIA works. It's just gonna be a quick little video. If your board has VIA enabled firmware, when you connect it, it's gonna display like this. And I'll show you the entire screen. So that's everything, right? What you do is you can click these and then remap them. So if you want Q to be P, just click it and then hit the key. And there's media, macros. What you're gonna use most is basic and layers. Layers is the function button. MO1 is function. You hold it as function, or you can do toggle 1, toggle layer 1. And when it's under the function, that's layer 1. Layer 0 is the base layer. Layer 1 is the second layer. So you see your F keys here. So if I do function and numbers, I get F keys. What people typically do here for the escape key, if you need tilde, is gonna be a special key. It is a escape thingy. Escape thingy. And when you hit shift and escape thingy, you'll get I forgot. Let me check. You do shift and escape thingy, you get tilde. That's I think that's it. Yeah, that's all I got for you. I forgot, yeah. That's pretty much it. You can configure as many, you have layer 2. I usually make my fake arrows on layer 2, so I toggle layer 2. You can change your layout right here. I have a split right shift. That's my toggle button. Favorite use layout, 60. Have a good night, SM. Is it called Grave? Can I spam the unicorn spacebar? Sure. Let me disconnect it. Did they already go out of stock? They just launched today. Did they? Well, they probably launched a little earlier. Yeah, so that's how you use VIA. It's pretty straightforward because it's a visual interface and you don't have to flash any software, assuming that you already have QMK compatible or VIA compatible firmware installed. Alpacas are good. There's nothing wrong with alpacas. But that there is the Keychron Q2, and that is my lazy butt way of modding it. Of course, you can mod it further. The mod that is going to be critical for these boards that sound kind of pingy and hollow is that force break mod, which is to get some tape around the screws. This is already built or designed with that. And for that reason, I think Keychron did a great job in adding something that improved the user experience of the keyboard. I didn't even know about the force break mod. So they're definitely listening, they're definitely doing R&D and improving products as they go. If you remember, Glorious came out with the GMK Pro and we thought, oh, it's a first run of product. They're gonna fix it, make it better, and then release a second run. Like I mentioned in the video, Glorious just left. They're just gonna keep selling that product because people can keep buying because they have that brand recognition. Is that the best hotspot board? No. That thing is definitely irrelevant at this point unless you absolutely like the look and you absolutely need a hotspot 75 and you don't have ears. If that's you, go ahead and buy the GMMK Pro. But if you're looking for a 65% and you want a knob, the Q2 is a very compelling option because I don't know if there's that many options that are accessible. I gotta mention that the shipping, I didn't really mention it in the video, is 35 bucks. 35 bucks sucks for someone who is on a budget. But there's one thing I didn't talk about. If you're truly on a budget, you can buy extra switches. You can get their Gateron Blues. Just kidding, don't do that. Please get some switches. But let's take a quick peek at these keycaps before we leave. Because I forgot to. Forgot.
Thank you for
Step
joining
caps
the
option or LED
subscriber
indicator?
family.
I don't think so. I'll turn it on in a second. I was
Thank
told
you
it's
for
35. Can
joining
someone
the
else check?
subscriber family.
What the f? What? That was not what I was expecting. Nah, you're locked. You have a locked caps. Via might be an LED indicator. Okay, let's try the other box. Does this even cover all the keys? Oh, it does. What the fuck? You gotta, I don't know if they sell this, honestly. I just was not expecting that. They sent the holiday sets to reviewers. Why? Why you do this, dude? They were intending to launch for the end of the year with that keycap set, were they? I don't know. What time is it? It's almost 8, okay. What would I rather have? Are we talking about switches engine? What are you talking about, hi-hat? Oh, you're talking about the GMK Pro. Hey, this is not bad. At least it matches the black. But that wind key hurts me, bro. Like, why is that to the left? Yo, I should take this from our unicorn. Yeah, it's not bad. This I dig. Red and green, I'd never want to see anywhere near my keyboard. Sorry, GMK Camping. It's not too bad. Seriously, that's kind of weird. I thought they're gonna have like I thought they're gonna have these. I legit saw the box. I was like, oh, they gave me the PVD keycap so I can show people what these look like IRL. And then I pull out the box and it's freaking Christmas. Spacebar looks like dollar store wrapping paper. You know we bought that. I definitely used that for the holidays. I seen the 21 KB die sub. I bought some. Yeah, we all wish there was a white. But yeah, that's the board. I don't really have reliable keycaps to show you, dude. Look. Well, this is the same. I think this is the same profile actually. I thought it was. I could have sworn I looked at the box. I thought it was the PBT. That's my bad for assuming. Can the sweat marks on the anodized aluminum be removed easily? John Doe, what do you mean? Like these marks? Okay, I'm gonna try it. I will do as much as one of you guys do, right? Black anodization smudges for real. Want to do another type test before we dip? We can do that. I can do that for Chow. And someone said I was funny savage. Thank you. I'm just gonna remember the first part. Couldn't they have used black screws? Just get plasti dip, bro. Alright. Wait, Akal ASA casts have north-facing interference on the home row? You mean their own keycaps that have interference over their own PCBs? I don't think they can do custom badge. Unless they're saving it for later. Okay, this is the keychron Q2 with loop and film MOS, which are PC top 9 line bottom JWK. It's a pretty standard JWK, maybe a little deeper than the alpaca, but mostly the same. This is a steel plate, gasket mount. In terms of the mods we did tape mod, and we swapped the spacebar stab to a Duroc V2. These are using the stock keychron stabs, and the stock keychron stab for the spacebar is quite loud. So we swapped it out. This is GMK Rudy, so it should be a very clacky sound. One other mod that I did was on the GMK spacebar. I put a shelf liner and I taped it to the top of the spacebar. Yeah. That's it. I think we have a pretty good, well-rounded keyboard. For $159, this is a solid banger. That spacebar definitely needs to be replaced, unfortunately, so might as well go ahead and swap out all the spacebars. So in that case, it may end up costing you a little bit more, but it is fully serviceable in the stock form without even needing to loop stabilizers. So I think they hit, not a home run, but they got 2 bases. I don't watch sports. They at least got 2 or 3 bases, all right? I think they did a very good job with this one, and it definitely, like in the video, I definitely think they were listening, and they provided a product that an enthusiast can respect. If you're like me and have a unicorn, I don't think you would use something like this, but there's a lot of people that are coming into the hobby that just want something nicer without having to mod for 5 hours. I know Wildcat is really amazing to watch, but we're not Wildcat. We can't do all the mods he does. And Keyboard is very smart, but he's also very detailed. And if you're like me, you're a dumb and can't do the mods as good as Keyboard does. But running a layer of tape, I can do that. If I can do it, you can do it. The Ramenab rocks? It does. Bakunako's coming next week, bro. I pay for UPS ground because I'm poor, and I had to buy that for myself. Step caps or LED acting as a caps indicator? I don't really care about caps. I would prefer step caps, but if they have regular caps, it doesn't kill me. Did I ever get the Odin Gaming Nova 65? No. But I'm getting a KBD Fans Odin. That's coming. I'm getting a blue one. And I'm getting the solder one, so I'm gonna do all those stabs. It's gonna be fun. I don't think this has Bluetooth. I'm using Epidemic Sound Music. Yeah, PPT Darling is great news for people that want Darling without having to go with aftermarket GMK. Just a regular old Odin. Yeah, I'm getting KBD Fans Odin. Yeah, the Bakaneko stream will be coming. Well, there no Ramen U80 reviews that are easily found. Most people don't like it. I don't know. Everyone says it's hollow. I never bought one because it was expensive. Did I ever try the Besides Studio M1? I tried the M1, but what's a Besides? Can you buy the Odin off me? Nah, bro. You can't buy stuff off of me. But if you're a patron, I usually pawn off the keyboards I get for reviews and stuff to patrons. Someone asked me my favorite linears again. Inks! 1000 KB67 Lite R3. Isn't it just more colors? I didn't replace the switch yet. I've been so busy. But you want to know what's amazing about this? Wait, can you see it? It's yellowed. It's disgusting. Can't really see it. I think you see it from the top. Lavender's Sugma. Lavenders have really bad quality control, so you end up having to cherry pick, and that sucks. So I also checked the key mat today. Affiliate link, key mat command if you want one of these furry mats. It's felt. The word is felt, not furry. It's felt. I think you can RMA the yellow super light for real. I'll try. Never buy white peripherals. That is why. Yeah, 100%. But it drew me, bro. It drew me. Jay, I tried that. It worked the first time, but then the gamer gunk got me the second time, bro. My gamer gunk was like, I support for alcohol. Hold my beer. Screwed me in the butt. Oh, it's definitely gonna yell, Danny. Have it anodized. I mean, Nacho Customs, that's the guy that moved to LA to do custom ice, right? Yeah, for real clothes, yeah. I remember. Savage, the brutal, savage, and devastating is just, they're out of the game now, man. Out of the game. That orc face and monster novelties? Why are they so... I don't know what they mean. Yeah. I think just naturally humans sweat even though we don't realize it. Even if we're just sitting on a computer. White headphones? Yeah, dude. The sweat on my head is grosser. Thank you, Aaron. Black inks currently because you didn't like the V2s. I think if you have access to a breaking machine or you watch my stream and are willing to donate $10 so I can... Well, $15 so I can break in your switches. Gathering Ink V2s, if they're broken in, are going to be better than Gathering Ink V1s because Gathering Ink V1s have loose leaf. Gathering Ink V2s fixed that, but they had some inconsistency in the stem. So if you do a break-in, a quick little break-in of the Gathering Ink V2, you actually get a better version of the Gathering Ink V1. Gathering boxings can Sugma because I've reduced travel in the stem. I really don't like that. Even though it's not long pull reduction of travel, I don't like it. The new mold with the box stem is actually smoother, so it's good in that regard, but I still don't like it. It retains most of the Gathering Ink sound, so if you're coming from nothing, that's great, but if you're Gathering V2s, there's not much of a reason to get Gathering boxings. Also considering their cost more. I'm not made of money. Check my Patreon. I got an email. Did you just join? Did you just join to get my Odin? Let me refresh. Wait, what is your name? Well, someone joined and I don't know their name because they put the real name. It had to match with their username. Less wobble with the box? I think so. It's a different mold. I don't check for wobble. Oh, there it is. Yo, this fool came just for the Odin. I'll let you all know if I drop it though. Connect your Discord, you can hang out with us in there. How wobbly is the encoder? Well, I swapped it. This is my last question. Would you suggest to get inks instead of the box inks? If you're broke, get J-Wix, bro. If you broke. Why are you trying to buy inks if you broke? The mammoth? I have really bad memories of the mammoth because it came at such a bad time. What if you're not close to broke? I still like Gathering V2s more just to break them in. If you don't believe in breaking, which some people are like that, you could do boxing, I guess. Well, there's no wall. It's just a cheap knob. Let's see how it feels when I use it. It doesn't feel like I'm wobbling when I use it. Looks pretty fun. That's good. CJ is a pretty clacky stock. The spring pring is like non-existent, so it's usable stock, but it's very clacky. Yeah. If you use a 25G0, it's gonna be deeper. Q2 of the KB67 Lite. If you want, okay, the KB67 Lite right now pre-order is $109 plus shipping, maybe $130 total. Whereas this is gonna be like $180 total.
Thank you for joining the subscribe.
$50 less is gonna get you KB67 Lite if you're willing to use something plastic. If you don't know what to do with $50, I don't know what to tell you.
Thank you for joining the subscriber family.
The new encoder? This encoder is from a GB. Satisfaction 75. Did my numbers not work? Okay, that 7 key is sus. I think I screwed up this board. Let's see, satisfaction 75. Okay, now I'm paranoid. I feel like that switch is not. That switch is bent too. Oh, I hate hotspot. The Corey Kings, what is this? Is this switch sus? Does it need stand up? What's wrong with this switch? Oh, it does, Cody. It does. I feel like that socket is a little sus. I had to press down so hard to hit it. What were we doing? Oh my god, that's not right. The Rama knobs on GB were $56. Sounds like scabies. Oh god. Tofu or KB67 Lite. One's metal and one's plastic. They both have different features. Just listen to the sound test to see what you like. I think they sound pretty different. Slightly different. Novelkeys, PBT Darling was not announced on Novelkeys or Novelkeys newsletter. It was the designer of GMK Darling in their Discord. It does, Cody. They upgraded it. I'm gonna take this part off stream and figure out what's going on with that socket. A sussy socket. I want to see if my other keys are doing that. Yeah, these keys, 5 and 7 require such hard presses. Dude, you know what I think it is? Okay, I think it needs the standoffs. To be fair, me being lazy with standoffs does nothing. What I'm guessing is the plate is like pulling away, so I have to press this down to flex into the Kale hot socket. No, it's not the foam. We got lazy with the standoff screws, so there's nothing pulling the plate into the PCB. Yeah, it's definitely possible. Dude, Alstabs, you gotta get lucky. Oh yo, it's been fun, but I need to get rest. The Bane of Hot Stop, yeah, Hot Stop. That's why I'm buying the H88C from Flarps. Yeah, we need the standoffs here. These GMK Rudy. Spook. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the modding stream, which is a very short stream. To give you a recap, the mods we did were tape mod. Replaced the stock spacebar stabilizer with a Durac stabilizer. We put some foam in the spacebar as well to quiet it down. That's it. We didn't do P foam. We didn't do silicone pour. We didn't need to do the force brake mod because it was already designed in the board. And yeah, we didn't have to use any shelf liner. We didn't have to use polyfill. None of that. The tape mod probably wasn't all that necessary. It was a little bit. The board is still a little bit hollow. So that's it. Because we only did one mod, if we did tape mod
Thank you for
and
joining
P-foam,
the subscriber
likely it's going to
family.
round out the sound too much and the board is going to sound unrecognizable. But because we only did tape, I think it still has a character, a sound characteristic. But yeah, I think the keychron is still a valid option for a beginner, and keychron is showing that they're listening. I really love that. Do I like the sound of the board? I like gummy O-ring. I feel like you guys ask these questions and you want me to say I like a board, but you have to realize I have very expensive keyboards. To be fair, the Freebird TKL is not that expensive. it's just a gummy O-ring. I like gummy O-rings. I like flexible boards. I'm moving away from gasket. Best USA based sites to buy switches. The affiliates command. I have a bunch of sites that are affiliated with me. I don't really have expensive taste, but I don't like gasket all that much. I sold the Vega and the Jelly Epoch and all those boards because I got bored of them. You find all the boards lacking, then I don't know what to tell you, because I use the Freebird TKL even though technically it sounds bad. The Unicorn isn't the best either because it's a tall front height board. PCB leaf spring mounted gasket. Yeah, I tried the 7V. It's okay. Deepest learner is inks. It feels the same to me. Leaf spring doesn't really make a difference in my life. Gummy O-ring does. Sounds not bad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I like how it doesn't sound exactly how you expect. You can buy whatever you want. Don't worry so much about figuring out the best board for yourself, is because I can put money on the fact that whatever you buy first, you're going to buy something second, you're going to buy something third. You're going to swap things around. No one has ever gotten one board and said, this is everything and I never want anything else. Unless they came in through $30,000 at like one keyboard and a rare keycap set and then left. But if you're someone who likes watching YouTube videos on keyboards, you like watching my streams and other streamers, you're not going to end your hobby with one keyboard. I know it sounds like you can only afford one keyboard, but the reality is in another year, you're gonna have birthday money, Christmas money, even if you're the youngest, and you can figure out something to change about your board. Even if it's just one set of switches or changing to another keycap profile or material. It's gonna change. So don't stress so much about having analysis paralysis to get finding the perfect board and the perfect switch and the perfect port and the perfect keycap set. The enjoyment and the fun is through the journey of figuring it out. Spook said got $700 for the birthday and bought one keyboard. You're still here, you can buy another one. Don't start with the gasket mount board. There's nothing wrong with the gasket mount board. If my girl could have multiple baskets, can have multiple boards. Alright. Good night, everybody. Peace. I got to go.